was Carnival weekend, and I saw you leaving, and I remember thinking, wow, that guy has a funky hairstyle. And that was it. That was it.
What a hairstyle did I have?
A funky one.
Oh,
I mean, look at your hair now. Hello. I'm Stephanie. I'm 30 years old.
I'm Daryl. I'm 39 now.
So how did we meet? I think when I saw you, it was when we were in Barbados. We were on the road for Kadooment Day, and I looked good. I looked great. And I just remember hearing, yo, Steph. And so I turned around and I saw you there and I was like, oh, hi. You said, do you mind if I come with you guys? And I was like, oh, he really likes me. And you came and you spent the rest of the day with me, and we had dinner by the ocean side.
I would consider the date that we had, it wasn't an official date, but it was a date nevertheless, in Barbados on the beach when we had dinner.
It was a remarkable date. I remember you sharing a lot with me about your past relationships and about some of the things that you had been through in your life. And I found you to be incredibly open and incredibly vulnerable and deep. And it was just a very picturesque setting. I had a really good time, but what was more impressive was that I had a really good conversation with you. How would you say we work on our relationship?
I think now we've kind of built an understanding to the point where we know we have to always communicate about any and everything, like just be open. Getting to a place where we are now, it had to have taken time for both of us to realize and adjust and know that this is something we want and we have to work for.
The other thing I think that you and I did together, which was very different than anything that I've done, is establish a lot of very rigid boundaries around our relationship. So when we decided that we weren't going to have any contact with people who we had been with in the past, at first I was very hesitant to that because I've never been in a relationship with such rigid boundaries. Guyanese people have a saying, old fire catch easy. I think if we had left the door open for some of those things, maybe we would have gotten in an argument and made a phone call or sent a text message that could possibly be detrimental for us. So I think us building a fortress around our relationship helped a lot.
What's your love language, my dear?
My love language is gifts.
Number one, yeah, of course.
The other day you brought me home a 4-piece nugget Happy Meal and I was ecstatic.
What did I bring home with that nugget meal?
Okay, you also brought a bouquet of roses and a card.
Oh,
a card, yes, so that was great. But I also really enjoy words of affirmation. And then I think my third was physical touch. And I think for you, it's the opposite. Like your first is physical touch. My pet peeve is the noise that you make when you go into the bathroom in the morning. It's like,
what?
He's conjuring up spirits from the depths of his belly, from his
Not
soul.
that.
No.
Really, babe?
You don't know what
Oh my
you
gosh.
don't know what it's like for me. I'm laying in my bed innocently, and there's this creature in the bathroom
Wow.
having an exorcism. And it does not sit. That's how I have to start my day. Anyway, what few things do I do that annoy you?
Pet peeve of mine, Stephanie.
Look how hard it is to even think about it.
Your hair in the shower. Well, you've cut your hair since, so it's not as bad as it used to be. But man, your hair be everywhere.
The hair is absolutely nonsense because I have clumps of your hair that I literally sit and collect, and I think, I wonder how long it's gonna take for him to throw this away. And I know it's your hair because look what color it is.
You know what?
You think there's any mistaking that it's mine? And I don't even have enough hairs. Like, I don't have
do you
the
find
same
those
amount
hair?
of hair.
You find those hair
In the shower.
Right, in a lump, in a corner.
And once you put your product in your hair in the
And I
sink in the
take them out.
bathroom. No, you do
But
not.
your hair is the drain,
Daryl.
clogging up the drain.
No, I refuse to believe that. I refuse. So what led to us moving in together? I already have my answer.
Let's hear your answer.
Okay, so you wanted to move in with me like 2 days after we started dating. You were pushing for it, and I was like, ew, slow down, stop moving so fast. It was a logistics thing, right? Like it made sense financially. It was an easy decision to make. I think we wanted the kids also to understand the direction of this relationship, and I think us moving in together really solidifies that for them.
You know, we would have moved in together if we didn't have such difficulty finding a home to rent back during the pandemic, early days of
a lot of racism.
Everything comes at its time. Everything happens
I would agree.
in its own time, and I think it was just a matter of time and us getting to the place where we needed to get to in the relationship before we then decide to take this step. So I think it all worked out. When things get rough, in those moments, you know, when things get a little shaky, so why do you feel like you need to stay in this relationship?
I don't feel like I need to stay. I feel like I want to.
Like you want to?
I feel like I want to. I feel like I love you a lot. We've worked so hard to get here. Like, why would we throw that away? Don't get me wrong. Like, dude, you drive me nuts. You drive me crazy. If my hair was any longer, I would pull it out. But the fact that I can still sit and say with absolute certainty that, like, I love you, like, you're my partner, you're my man, I couldn't walk away from that. This is just home for me. So I'm not going anywhere. Now tell me why you haven't walked away.
You've always said, you know, from the beginning, you were scared of me, like, just walking away from this because, you know, I was the one who walked away from a marriage, who ended a marriage. Like, if he's gonna end the marriage, why is he gonna stick around with you? That's why I'll always be here, and even though in those moments when times get rough and things get hard, I'm committed to you and I'm committed to us. I don't want to let you down, and bottom line, I don't want to let myself down. That's why I'm always going to be here, and you know, when times get hard, in those difficult moments. How does it feel loving a black man?
I don't know that I would have it any other way. There's so much that unites us. I love you for your blackness, for everything that you are. I think of the things that you've been through. I think of the experiences that you've had. I think of the experiences that we've had trying to apply for a place to live and still not being held in high enough regard to be worthy of being tenants, and that never ever affected who we were in this relationship. But I think that because we face some of the different adversities of being black, and I say some because I'm a light-skinned woman, I'm biracial, so I'm not going to pretend like I am experiencing the same things as a dark-skinned black woman. But I think that a lot of what we've been through because of our blackness has made us stronger and has made me fall into a deeper love with you than I could have ever imagined with anybody else. What does it feel like for you to love a black woman?
For me, loving a black woman is loving someone who's strong, and that's one of the things I love about you is your ambition and your drive and your determination. It's something that is appealing to me about a black woman. You know what you want, you know your worth, you know what you deserve. You are deserving, and I'm gonna make sure that you always remember I'm going to love you as a black woman because you are a black woman. And I empathize with you because it's tough, being in a space where you feel like you're not visible, but I'm here to tell you that I see you, baby, and I love you. And that's what it's like to love a black woman, and that's why I would always love a black woman, because that's